Welcome to Capitol Spotlight. My name is Dave Barber. We're coming to you from the third floor of the Rhode Island State House. Right before session, we'd like to take a couple of moments and chat with a member of the General Assembly. And in this particular case, we're having our first interview with a gentleman who is new to the Rhode Island House, Representative Jean-Philippe Barros. Representative Barros, it's good to see you.
Well, likewise, David. It's a pleasure to be here.
And you represent the great community of Pawtucket. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, both personally and professionally.
Well, certainly, I've lived in Pawtucket for pretty much all my life. It's a community that I loved and I've always come back to. I have two boys. They're 21 and 29. And I work at Tunstall America, a company that's now recently relocated to Pawtucket.
You know, that's a real success story. I'm familiar with that company. They renovated an old bank facility over there, and they brought a lot of employment to Pawtucket. And it's an international company with a great reputation. That was a real positive for Pawtucket in the last year or two.
Absolutely. I think the state and the city of Pawtucket collaborated on that effort, and we continue to work with them to, for some tax relief issues. So yes, they've benefited a great deal, and we're going to continue to work with them to make sure that they stay.
Well, it's a great firm, and I know you must be proud to be with them. But you're not new to politics. You served on the city council in Pawtucket, correct?
Yes, I served on the city council for the last 6 years. Certainly, I think it was a position that I actually enjoyed. I did my stint there, and I think that my heart is in Pawtucket. So now I'm here, hoping to bring back some of the that money that the state have taken away from the communities in years past.
Well, I heard Mayor Grebian interviewed recently, and he was pretty positive. He was pretty upbeat with the budget and things of that nature. As daunting of a task as Pawtucket's had the last few years, you guys have really fought a pretty good fight over there.
We certainly have. I think Mayor Grebian and the City Council working together, we were able to, take that budget from where it was into now, from what I understand, we're going to have a surplus of nearly $4 or $5 million. Yes.
Yeah, it's terrific. I think in these times, that's really something to brag about. What about your committee assignments? Where will you be serving when you leave session and then go into committee meetings?
Well, the two committees that I'm going to be serving on, Dave, are the finance and the governmental affairs. Certainly, I understand that it's a real opportunity for a freshman person to actually be assigned to finance, and it's a credit that I have to give to the leadership who think of me in that way.
Well, it is a nice compliment, but because you've been around politics a little bit, you know the amount of hours that's expected of you when you serve on that committee. I think it's fair to say it's probably the busiest committee in the building, and it really requires a lot of time.
Well, absolutely, and I'm actually looking forward. I'm talking to some of the folks who've been here a lot longer than I, learning from them and hopefully taking their advice.
Representative Barros, I wish you the very best in your freshman session here at the Rhode Island State House. My very best to you, my old neighborhood of Pawtucket, and all of your colleagues in the House of Representatives.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for having me, David.
And, of course, we could not do it without you. Thank you for watching. For Capitol Spotlight, I'm Dave Barber.